Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet. Welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Daily Masters, taken once again from the Aces Team Story Cup, which just seems to have so many good games to give out. So let's check out the players. First of all, down the bottom right side of the map, it is going to be CranK. He is, of course, from South Korea, plays for Team Axiom, and yeah, he's pretty awesome. I think he's in the Premier League at the moment, or progressed to the Premier League anyway. I don't know. It's a bit hard to tell from the WCS ranks, but I think if they got 100 points, then it does mean they're either in Premier League or they've progressed onto Premier League. But regardless, let's check out another player, it is MMA from South Korea, playing for Team Acer, and he is almost certainly in Premier League because he is one of the best players in the entire world. He not just best Terran, but one of the best players in the entire world. We've seen him take down so much stuff all over the place, and right now he's just building a barracks, so not all that exciting. But then again, imagine if I started these games right at the very start of the game when they were still on 6 workers, man. It'd be so hard to keep the excitement going, but at least now we can talk about scouting and stuff like that. So I try and wait at least Wolves. I thought for a sec Western Wolves were playing on this map, but no. It's just a base design. So let's have a look at that base design anyway. It's pretty sweet. Gotta love the detail that Blizzard puts into its maps. Look at the teeth, man. Really, really awesome. And I suppose the name of this map actually has something to do with wolves. I really can't remember. No, it's Newkirk Precinct. Alright, so that doesn't make any sense. But whatever. Let's move on. Let's check out this sweet pylon going down. We've got the gateway coming down. How many gates do we have? Just one so far. CranK, I don't know if he's thinking about a 4-gate or if he's just thinking about some early pressure. Pylon over there is going to be nice anyway. Oh, Stargate proxy, so that is going to be pretty sweet. And yeah, this is not anywhere close to MMA scouting pass, so I don't think he's going to see it for quite a long time. Until, of course, well, he does a bit of scouting around here. He's going to see, alright, there's a cyber core and there's a gateway, and if he does a second scout anytime soon and sees all these buildings, then he's going to start being worried, because he's got to be expecting more than just a single gate and a cyber core at this point. So he may already suspect that, actually. If he's pretty sharp, he may already suspect that, and it looks like he is pretty sharp because he is going to be scouting around for something here. Sees the Stargate coming out, and MMA is instantly like, oh yes, that's what he's doing. So my phone is making noises, but we'll switch that off right now, and we've got a bunch of Marines coming down. So MMA really, really on top, and I gotta think that he realized something was wrong by the time he just scouted all that stuff in the original scout. So he's way ahead of where I thought he was, which is, I mean, he's a pro level player, so what do you expect? So Mothership Core coming in with the Oracle, going to be double teaming these guys, going to be taking out as many workers. Oh, what the hell happened there? Widow Mine hit. It must have been a Widow Mine hit, because damn, that Oracle just got absolutely owned. I can't tell where the Widow... It's there. It's hidden underneath the workers. But yeah, this Widow Mine does have 1 kill. Beautiful, beautiful hit on the Oracle. And yes, MMA is just like, yeah, I took you out, dude. There's nothing you can do about it. So beautiful stuff. Trying to take out the pylon. Not going to take it out in time. The Phoenix comes out, but does not want to get too close to that medevac, because yeah, that's just going to be nasty. So the Marine's going to be finishing this off. Single Phoenix haven't gotten out, but not really much else. And CranK suddenly has got to be thinking about, what else can I do, because that Stargate is going to go down, no doubt about it. Getting the robotics facility down, getting the Nexus down, getting a bunker. He was thinking about getting a bunker, then he saw the Stalker and he's like, yeah, that's probably not a good idea. So another dropship coming out. Where did the first dropship go? Did it just come back and pick up some more units? Looks like it did. I think there's only 1 dropship on the map. So yeah, a lot of early pressure coming on in for MMA, and CranK, yeah, he's got to pump out a few more units. He's getting a couple more gateways out, and that is going to help. But right now, he definitely needs more units, because I don't think 2 Stalkers are going to be anywhere near enough, especially with a double drop play here. The Widow Mine going nuts. Oh, the Phoenix picking it up and then overcharging the Nexus. Beautiful play there, really, really beautiful play. But unfortunately, those 2 Stalkers did not last any time at all. They just went down really, really fast, and MMA has totally taken control of this side of the map, of this expansion. CranK in a lot of trouble right here. He might be able to jump out a bunch of stalkers once he converts these all to gateways, but I don't think it's going to help right here. Here we go. I don't think he knows about the Widow Mine, and this Widow Mine is just inching away, trying to feed these guys into the Widow Mine. This one has jumped back. The Observer is coming out. Gonna see those Widow Mines, gonna be hitting them a little bit, but the Marines are coming up the ramp now. And that is going to be it. So, good stuff there. MMA must realize there's an Observer there because they were shooting his Widow Mine while it was underground. So, may choose to do a scan, but I don't think it's really all that necessary at the moment. There we go. A scan is coming down there. I don't know if he got the Observer. It looks like he did. Building another Observer straight away, but he desperately needs a large amount of Stalkers. He does have 6, and he's actually morphing them out, or warping them out, all the way across the map. So, I'm going to be going straight for MMA's main base, and this may cause MMA to fall back. But then again, it may not. He desperately needs this Observer. Shooting the Widow Mines. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The Stalkers trying to keep these guys away, but they don't have enough pressure. He's going to need to warp a couple more Stalkers back here. Although the Nexus overcharge is going to be able to hold it off for a little while. And CranK just jumping back into MMA's base. Does have a couple of Marines and a lot of SCVs, which might be able to put a bit of pressure on. But overall, I don't know. It's actually quite a lot of Marines. And mixing in with the SCVs is going to be really good. And the double Marauder hits out here is going to be very, very good. And all he has to do is buy himself pressure to get these guys back, and these guys are back, but CranK is still holding on. He's still trying to micro as best he can without blink. Taken out a lot of units. I think the Marauders still have not gone down yet. He's taken out a lot of workers though. He's down to 16, under 24, but that's not an inconceivable lead that CranK has carved for himself. He has pushed the expansion back, not destroyed it, just pushed it back. So overall, MMA is still not in a bad position. You got to remember, he took out CranK's natural expansion as well, so CranK not in the best of positions. But CranK has sort of evened the field out right now. He hasn't, by any means, knocked MMA out of this game. He's taken out a bunch of workers, but MMA does have this expansion landed down here, and he is producing workers out of it. So that'll allow him to get back, assuming he can keep this base alive. But he's dicing around with the Marauders right here. The Marauders, unfortunately, do not have slow. If they had slow, this would be an entirely different fight. The Stalkers would be dropping a lot faster, but unfortunately, it is not researched yet. Still focusing on shields at the moment. So, yes, very, very interesting. But CranK, oh, look at this beautiful drop action coming back from MMA. The Mothership Core, going to be heading these guys off. Not enough Marines to deal with the Mothership Core, and that is going to be it as far as the ground forces are concerned. The Mothership Core can just take them all out. Is he going to drop on the other side and try and take out some workers? It looks like he is. And more workers going down for CranK. But he's got to stay away from that Mothership Core, wherever the damn thing is, because, yeah, he's just trying to run away from that at the moment. And there he goes. Marauders taking some hits. Going to have to load him up into the medevac. Oh, barely managed to get that one in. Getting a little bit trapped with the Zealots, but in the end, still ended up managing to heal them. And with that, CranK having to pull his main forces back to try and defend against this drop action to try and kill that medevac. And meanwhile, MMA pushing out. He has got a phenomenal amount of Marauders right there. And CranK, yeah, obviously saw the amount of Marauders and Marines coming out that took out the pilot, and he's just like, GG, man, I cannot possibly deal with that much stuff. And yeah, he's going to give it a GG. I'm not sure. I think he could have maybe popped out a quick Immortal or two and maybe held off, but he probably would have lost this Nexus again, and I guess he knew once that Nexus was going down, there was no way he was going to be able to stay in that game, because MMA, his macro was just too insane. Look at 68 over 45. Income-wise, they were even, but yeah, it just wasn't happening for CranK. So he decided to give the GG, and there we go. Thank you very much for watching this Daily Masters, and I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned tomorrow for another one. This has been Harry Muppet.